Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO 8 Local News. Well, it was a pretty straightforward night for members of the Harrison City Council. Meeting for the regular September meeting, aldermen quickly moved through the agenda. Along with a new appointment to the Housing Commission, aldermen also agreed to the acceptance of the bid by Kraus Construction to begin the process of cleaning out Lake Harrison. All total, the project is expected to cost about $348,000. The council also accepted the resignation of Alderman David Wilson, who has been hired by the city to serve as its first IT director. Wilson began his new position on Monday. Kelly Jo Hancock of Flippin, who entered a guilty plea to 3 cases from 2 counties and was sentenced to 5 years in prison September the 14th, has gotten into trouble even before being able to go to prison. After his September the 14th court appearance, Hancock was given a furlough and allowed to remain free until 6 p.m. on September 18th. He was required to wear an ankle monitor and to remain on his current bond during his furlough period. Hancock failed to turn himself in at a required date and allegedly failed to keep the ankle monitor charged. According to Baxter County Sheriff's Office, because he overstayed his furlough, he faces a failure to appear charge, which is a Class C felony. His plea on September 14th entered in his violent actions toward his ex-girlfriend. And a second arrest has been made in connection with a theft that was reported Thursday of a stolen side-by-side from a Mountain Home RV dealership on September the 17th. According to Baxter County Sheriff John Montgomery, Ryan Kinsley Dackermich of Rural Mountain Home was taken into custody Thursday afternoon and booked into the Baxter County Jail on a felony charge of theft by receiving. 38-year-old Nathaniel John Campbell was arrested in connection with the incident on Wednesday. Campbell's latest arrest marks the 22nd time he has been incarcerated in the county since 2007. Kinsley is another individual who has been booked into the detention center frequently, with a total of 20 times since 2011. Montgomery says the investigation into the theft is still ongoing. Orchland Farm and Home in Flippin is set to close its doors on November the 19th. Flippin Mayor Gerald Mayberry says a representative from the company's headquarters in Moberly, Missouri, met with employees about 2 weeks ago to address the planned closing. The store employs a combined part-time, full-time workforce of 13 people. Mayberry says it is his understanding that the lease on the building is up for renewal, and out-of-state building owners and Orchland officials were not able to successfully negotiate terms of a new lease agreement, leading to the planned closing. Work is underway to transfer inventory to the Mountain Home location and other Orchland Farm and Home stores. The Flippin mayor says the loss of the store will be a heavy blow to the city coffers. Orchland occupied the Flippin location for over 12 years. Applications for the Salvation Army's 2017 Christmas Angel Tree Program is now available by appointment only. The Angel Tree Program provides Christmas assistance for low-income families with children 12 and under, and for residents of Baxter and Marion counties. In order to apply for assistance applications, you must first go in person to the Salvation Army in Mountain Home to obtain an appointment letter. The letters are available in the main office and the social service office on the first-come, first-served basis. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region. But first, here is this week's closing livestock report from Sammy Klein, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
This is Sammy Klein, Tractor State Livestock Market News Service, reporting the sale of North Arkansas Livestock Auction Grain Report to Wednesday, September 27th. Cattle receipts 26.42, last week 11.67, year ago 8.32. Compared to last week, feeder steers under 4 and big pound 1 to $12 lower on a light test. Over 450 pounds steady $7 higher, with some of the plainer kinds at $4 lower. Feeder heifers under 450 pounds steady to $10 lower. Over 450 pounds mostly steady to $6 higher. Had value added cattle, which denotes cattle weaned for at least 45 days with 2 rounds of shots. Some of the value added cattle sold for $5 to $12 more than same weights and types of cattle. Slaughter cow steady, slaughter bulls $2 lower. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pound, 178 to 191. 4 to 500 pound, 160 to 185, with some value added at 175 to 182. 5 to 600 pound, 151 to 168. 6 to 700 pound, excuse me, 6 to 700 pound, 146 to 165 and a quarter, with some value added at 142 to 170. 7 to 800 pound, 140 to 161. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds, 142 to 154.50. 4 to 500 pounds, 140 to 148, with some value added at 156. 5 to 600 pounds, 126 to 152. 6 to 700 pounds, 135 to 155. Excuse me, 1 to 145. 7 to 800 pounds, 134. 122 to 134, 8 to 900 pound, 121 to 131. Replacement cows, medium large 1s and 2s, 2 to 7-year-old, 900 to 1200 pound, second and third stage, a few at 900 to 1060 per head, and 7 to 10-year-old cows, second and third stage at 58 to 66. Slaughter cows, boners 53 to 60, high dress 60, 50 to 65. Lean 51 to 56, high dress 58, 50, low dress 42 to 49. Slaughter bulls, grade 1s and 2s, 1,100 pounds, 73 to 82. High dress 83 to 86.50. Low dress 1 at 70. That's the market. That's Sammy Time reporting. Thank you.
Check out this week's deals at Edwards Grocery Quick. They'll be going fast. Selected varieties, bird's eye vegetables, only 99 cents. USDA ground chuck, only $2.89 in the family pack. Selected varieties, Hunt Snack Pack puddings or juicy gels, only 99 cents. Missouri Red Delicious or Jonathan apples, 5 pounds for $2.99. And selected varieties, Hunt's pasta sauces, only 89 cents.
Arkansas's highest court says it will move quickly to take up a case on whether officials should be required to release more information about one of the drugs that the state plans to use when it executes the convicted killers in November. The state Supreme Court on Thursday granted a motion to expedite the state's appeal of a judge's ruling that Arkansas release the drug labels and package inserts for Arkansas's supply of Middlezon, one of the 3 drugs used in the lethal injection process. Justices on Wednesday stopped from taking effect the judge's order that the materials be released by late Thursday afternoon. Authorities say 2 guards were assaulted by several inmates at the Arkansas prison the same day an officer was attacked by a prisoner at another facility. The Arkansas Department of Corrections says 2 officers at the Varner unit in Grady, Arkansas, was assaulted by several inmates Thursday afternoon. One officer sustained multiple lacerations and the second sustained a single injury. They were both transported to an area hospital. The department did not release details about the condition of the guards or what prompted the assault. The attack occurred a little more than 2 hours after a guard was assaulted by an inmate at the maximum security unit in Tucker. The assaults are among a series of disturbances that have occurred at Arkansas prisons in recent months. A Central Arkansas prosecutor has been confirmed for a U.S. attorney post in the state. The U.S. Senate on Thursday confirmed Cody Highland to serve as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Arkansas. Highland is currently the prosecuting attorney for the state's 20th Judicial District, which includes Faulkner, Van Buren, and Searcy counties. President Donald Trump in June nominated Highland for the post and was recommended for the position by U.S. Senators John Boozman and Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Attorneys for an Arkansas inmate scheduled to be put to death in November have asked the judge to spare his life. They say the execution would violate the Constitution because the inmate suffers from a psychiatric disorder. Attorneys for Jack Gordon Green has asked a Jefferson County judge to give Green a hearing to determine whether he is incompetent to be executed. Green was convicted of killing Sidney Jethro Burnett in 1991 after Burnett and his wife accused Green of arson. Governor Asa Hutchinson has scheduled Green's execution for November the 9th. The three defendants accused in a kickback scheme with the state grants in northwest Arkansas have renewed their not guilty pleas to a revised indictment. Former state senator John Woods, Escalon College President Orrin Paris, and consultant Randy Shelton entered a not guilty plea in the charges, including conspiracy to commit fraud. They were charged in a federal indictment in March for allegedly taking part in a scheme in which Woods directed state money to the college in return for kickbacks from 2013 to 2014. Defense attorneys also filed a motion alleging that the government isn't providing them usable electronic records. Prosecuting spokesperson Charles Roby says the prosecution is preparing to reply to the defense's motion. The three are scheduled for trial on December the 4th. Before we take a look at the weather forecast as we head into the weekend, here's the way the stock market ended the week. Today than anticipated. Got up to 80 degrees, but humidity of about 50% made it feel 4 or 5 degrees warmer than it actually was out there. But we did have a nice breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the north-northwest. Pretty well the temperatures that we're going to see over the next several days, and maybe, just maybe, by the first part of next week we might get some rain in the area, but don't count too much on it because the percentage is fairly low. Here's the way it looks as we move through the weekend. Tomorrow's going to be about the same as today, under mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the afternoon around 80 degrees. Then on Sunday, likewise, a little warmer, sunny skies and 83 degrees, and actually Monday will be the warmest day that we've had for some time, under mostly sunny skies, getting up to 86 degrees. Tuesday, cloudy skies in the afternoon, 82 degrees, and Wednesday right now, a slight chance of scattered thunderstorms, only a 40% chance in the afternoon on Wednesday, and about 81 degrees for an afternoon highs. Boy, we sure need some rain. It is extremely dry out there, and again, even though we don't have burn bans in the counties that we cover, please be very careful if you're out there burning. We've had some wind and obviously dry conditions. It could get away from you very quickly, and we don't want to see that happen. So be careful if you're doing any burning outside. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
A hint of autumn is in the air, and the staff at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop invite you to stop in and browse their selection of new fall and holiday gift ideas. Check out their expanded line of baby and toddler clothes, sleepwear, toy items, and accessories. For you Razorback fans, Sisters has a good selection of mugs, trays, banners, and carry bags. From fall and holiday floral arrangements, unique centerpieces, colorful wall decor, or exquisite serving pieces and accessories, Sisters has just the right item for any occasion. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
I'm Randall. I work at the on-site lab at Dental Creations on the Square at Harrison. Working with Dr. Wanda is great. She's taught me a lot and showed me a lot, and she gives us the freedom to get one-on-one with the patient. If there's a problem, we can actually come out of the back and do what's best for the patient. Having this on-site lab here with the doctors, that's really nice.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Friday night football action will feature important games as the first half of the season comes to a close. Several 5A West games dot the schedule and will be important at the end of the season when playoff berths are awarded. Harrison will take its 3-1 record down to Clarksville to face off with the Panthers tonight. Clarksville opened the season with a win, Class 3A in the class against Class 3A, I should say, Lamar, 27-24. However, the team has struggled since then. They have dropped back-to-back games in Class 4A opponents Ozark and Dardanelle. Last week, the Panthers fell to Farmington in their opening 5A West contest. After a tough opening conference game last week, the Gentry and Berryville will be in a contest between the two schools, which is very important to both. Berryville hits the road with a 4A1 contest against the Pioneers. Last season, the two teams battled to a 52-44 contest, with the Bobcats claiming the home victory. Last week, the Pioneers fell to Pea Ridge with its top team in Class 4A. Gentry was able to score 18 points in that contest, and Berryville comes into the game giving up 23 points per game. The Bobcats are averaging 20 a game, but the teams have been shut out twice in the last 3 weeks. It will be Clinton's second trip to Carroll County this football season, and Green Forest is hoping to send the visitors home with a loss. Tonight at Tiger Stadium in Green Forest, the Tigers will be looking to improve to 2-0 in the Class 3 1A action. However, the task will be difficult. Clinton comes into the contest as the number 4 team in Class 3A in the Associated Press most recent polls. The Yellow Jackets are 4-0 on the season, with their 3 non-conference wins coming against Class 4A teams. Over the last 3 weeks, the Yellow Jackets have give up only 6 points. Those points came last week to Greenland, who was averaging 48 points a game coming into that ball game. Green Forest is riding a 2-game winning streak after starting the streak with a win over Berryville. Last week, the Tigers defeated Marshall as well. Shane Boucher threw for 161 yards and a score. Texas opened Big 12 play by beating Iowa State 17-7. Chris Warren added a rushing touchdown for the Longhorns, who improved to 13-2 against the Cyclones. Warren had a 11-yard touchdown run, and Tannell Carter caught a 27-yard touchdown pass from Bushell to give the Texas team a 14-0 halftime lead, and the defense made the big stand down the stretch. Tight end Gordon Reed is expected to play for the Washington Redskins against the Kansas City Chiefs. Reed missed the Redskins' Week 3 victory over Oakland Raiders with a chest rib injury. He took part in more team drills at practice than before and voiced optimism about being ready for the Monday night matchup against the tough Kansas City Chiefs. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around the viewing area. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday